don't stop. It's the rhythm that makes your body rock. What's going on, y'all? Yes, yes. We out here in the middle of the park. You know, we always have different parts of the park that we can be in. This is over here by the world famous Robin Hood Dell concert hall. Well, it's not really a hall, it's an outdoor stadium sort of. And it's real popular. A lot of old funk bands and other old school bands and you know, rap, R&B, funk, whatever, they perform over there. And I just thought it would be cool for us to do this video over here. So let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. This your daily go, daily go getimism number 963 for May 23rd, 2017. All right, today I want to talk to y'all about something being sad but true, or happy but false. And what I'm really talking about is our inability to believe that somebody is wrong just because we like them. You know how you may hear some negative information about somebody that you really care about? Like, you really care about them, you really love them. Those are your peoples right there. You know what I'm saying? Those are your day ones. And you hear somebody say something bad about them, you feel some kind of way about it. So you may be in denial that they may have done something wrong to you, but you may be in denial just for the emotional side, just because you have affections for that person, just because you believe in that person, you think that they're great. They may be the greatest thing since sliced bread to you, but everybody has flaws. There are plenty of times when we make mistakes. We make mistakes and we have to pay for those mistakes sometimes. So when somebody comes along and tells you that somebody has done something, it doesn't mean that the person that they're talking about is a totally bad person. It just means that they did something bad. They messed up. And we all mess up at certain times. But if we're so protective over people because we love them or like them so much that we fail to listen to anything that they might do wrong, that we fail to take their flaws into consideration, that we're doing ourselves a disservice. And we put ourselves in the position to be embarrassed. Because there's nothing worse than taking up for somebody that doesn't deserve to be taken up for. We do that sometimes. You know, we love our children. And we know their ways. We know what they're capable of. But if somebody else comes and tells us something about our children, we might be like, nah, man. Nah, see, I raised them. See, we take it personally, you know, those are our children. We raised them, so of course we're going to take it personally when somebody says something bad about them, when somebody accuses them of doing something that you feel is out of their character. But what happens when it's not out of their character? Like somebody tell you that your son or your daughter stole something, and you know they got sticky fingers. You know you got sticky fingers. What are you going to do? What you going to do? What you gonna do about that? I mean, it's serious. On real, it's serious. You know, and like I said, just because they did something bad doesn't mean that they're a bad person, but it does mean that they messed up. So if we don't listen to reason when somebody comes to us and tells us that our loved ones are messing up, or that something else is messing up, then we put ourselves in a position for people to come back and be like, see, I told you. So you was denying that your son or your daughter or your mom or your dad or your cousins or your brothers or your sisters or whoever, your best friend, your next door neighbors, your BFF, you was in denial saying that they would never do this, that, and the third. And now they done got locked up for doing this, that, and the third. Now maybe if you would have listened because you knew what the truth was, maybe you could have put the bug in their ear and prevented an incarceration. But no, you chose to deny that. The same thing, man. You know, on the flip side of that, it's like when we hear happy things about people, but we know that doesn't cover everything that's going on. Like, all right. Whenever I start talking about the problems that black people are having, whenever I start talking about our condition and how some of us add to the problem of our condition, you know, some people will say things like, well, why you always got to focus on the negative, son? Why you got to be negative? Why can't you talk about the feel good stuff, the good stuff? And I say to them, well, I would love to be able to do that blindly, but we have a lot of problems, and if we don't identify the problems that are going on in our community, we ain't gonna be able to fix nothing. So I can't act like just because, just because Terrence graduated high school with honors and is going and has received a scholarship, a four-year free ride to college. I can't act like the rest of the hood is good, but I am proud of Terrence. I'm proud of Terry and whoever else is in that category. But we have to understand that doesn't cut the mustard. It doesn't cover everything that needs to be covered under the umbrella of the problems that we have in our community. So it's not that I'm trying to be negative. I ain't about that negativity. Y'all know I ain't about that negativity. I be bringing the positivity, son. I be bringing that positivity. But we have to make sure that we keep things in the proper perspective. And if we love a club or organization or our brothers or our sisters or our wives or spouses, whatever, and we love them to the point where we won't let anybody say anything bad about them, even though it might be true, we are playing ourselves, because we're going to have to be the one that lives with it in the long run. So let's make sure that, listen, keep it open here. Don't let nobody diss your people. Don't let them talk about your people just to be talking about them. But make sure that if the shoe is fitting with what somebody is saying to you, make sure that you take it into consideration and try to help the situation. Because the people who are telling you about something may be the ones that are trying to help. If they just snitching but they ain't trying to help, all right, well, we got to handle that in a different kind of way. But if they are trying to help, let's make sure that we put them in a position where they can help effectively. The Urban Therapy with Sun show is tomorrow. May 24th, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about doing better without them, but still want to be with them. So it's like when you break up with your girl, you know she was toxic, you know that relationship wasn't good, and you finally stepped off. And you doing good. And you doing your thing. But you miss her. Or you miss them. Or you miss it. What do? Because a lot of times we want to show our people that we're doing good without them just so we can get back with them. We're going to cover that tomorrow because it's serious. See, your absence, your body has removed itself away from whatever you were in love with and like with and admiration with. But your heart be like, nah, man, I ain't ready to go. And I don't care how you feel. Forget how you feel. I want to be back. Matter of fact, we doing better without them financially, but emotionally, we ain't doing better without them. So we need to go ahead and strike a deal. Get back. The Urban Therapy with Sun show tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure y'all come through and check it out. It's going to be hot. On fire, baby! And don't forget, the Daily Go Getimism show is every single day, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call in number 319-527-6199. blogtalkradio.com/Sun752. Peace. And I'm going to holler, you know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Pretty nice day, though. Cloudy, though. Peace.